Um, Glad you guys are back, and I'm going to jump into my Discord real quick. I'm a little bit behind. I apologize about that, but should be able to fix this all. Oh man! Thank you guys to all those of you who've helped support me through this. I really do appreciate that. So, okay, I'm in Discord's chat, so if anybody wants to join, they can talk. So as you guys can see, I'm actually poised to do the skill boss node yet again. So I'm going to do that a little bit later on stream. I went ahead and just burned some energy as we got started. Some of my guys got out and got a big lead, so I just wanted to conserve energy. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and switch over to the infographics so I don't have to highlight too much of this and export it. But hi, I'm up in the right-hand corner now. So this here is my infographic for the guide and kill order for the second skill node. So this node presents a lot more problems than the first one does. So what up, Wappo? This is a pretty important node to understand this kill order. So the first thing you're going to do is Falcon will inevitably be the first one to die in this node, but not really because you're focused on him. I know that's kind of weird, but what's going to happen is you're going to use Baron Zemo's ultimate onto the Silver Surfer to attempt to ability block and slow him. Even with Skirmisher and 5 red, 7 yellow at gear tier 15, he doesn't necessarily land that, which is kind of sad, but it's true. So watch out for that. Hopefully you can at least land the slow. If you can land the slow, your Kestrel special can just go onto Falcon so that you apply that defense down to all 5 of those characters. Surfer, Negasonic, Falcon, Blob, and Yellow Jacket on the right side. And from there, you're going to use your Captain Sam ultimate to go ahead and continue to get ahead of the pace here. You really need to have these. I know even though doing the first node can be a little bit difficult, that's why I highlight that you save your abilities as best as possible, because it's so important that you have these specific abilities ready to use on this node, or like I said, the Silver Surfers, when they get to use their ultimates, all bets are off, really. You kind of can't predict how that node is going to go from that point on, and it's really difficult. So yeah, Shang-Chi is actually he's in this node. He's in this team composition. The one that I substitute out, babyface, is Baron Zemo for Maria Hill, and I go ahead and save Maria Hill for the boss node. So it's kind of a little bit different composition, but it's very reliable and it works pretty well. I believe that there was a free 5 red Zemo given out in an event some time ago, so hopefully you have that acquired at the very least, if not 6 or 7, in which case your chance for success just goes up. So actually, babyface, yeah, I'll talk about that a little bit. There's a little bit of concern from people who generally just use Maria Hill on this node that you won't be able to heal up the Silver Surfer damage, and that you won't be able to cleanse the heal block and that sort of thing. But the idea behind this composition is actually to just run on them so that you get so far ahead of the enemy team that they never take turns. And that actually is pretty possible and very doable with this team composition. So Shang-Chi will follow. He will use his ultimate, and it truly doesn't matter who it's onto. He does the same amount of damage to any character. And hopefully Shang-Chi will have offense up and deflect, so he'll do a lot of damage. The stronger the better. Last but not least, this is one that I had some debate over. Sharon Carter onto Blob at this point. This is very predicated on who has died up until this point. And With my team around 940,000, my Shang-Chi is 6'6", and Gear Tier 16. Captain Falcon is one item away from Gear Tier 16, with 6 red, 7 yellow. Kestrel with 7 red, 7 yellow. And Baron Zemo, 5 red, 7 yellow. Gear Tier 15, level 85 and all that. So, yeah, I have a stronger team. And I realize that not everyone may have the luxury of using Sharon Carter's basic here. But it's just important that you get it onto a target with defense down. I just didn't necessarily include that in this infographic. But generally speaking, because of Kestrel Special, Blob will retain defense down throughout that node. So you can use Sharon Carter's basic if you feel comfortable doing that. Or if you feel like you need to stun up another member, or if you have plowed through this node and the second wave has already dropped, which can happen, I have seen it, then you might consider stunning the Surfer that just dropped with Sharon Carter's ultimate, for example. So this is a difficult one to communicate to everybody. So some general advice, obviously you guys can read this, but controlling the Silver Surfers is really your first goal on this node. With this composition, you're going to be able to, you'll be faster than them, so you will have an opportunity to control them. You just need to have Kestrel Special and Captain Falcon Ultimate, and I would even say you kind of need Shang-Chi's Ultimate available turn 1. You got to save those 3. If you have Sharon Carter's Ultimate, all the better. I would not recommend using her special because it's imperative that you save it for the boss node. On the second wave, one thing that I've found annoying, hey, thanks man, I appreciate that. I found that it really does help to control Magneto as well if you can manage that on the second node. Sometimes you don't have the power to manage that. Focus the Silver Surfer certainly, but if you can prevent Magneto from ulting, that will also really help you out on this node. It's kind of a secondary objective for me. And just as kind of a final comment, I've switched my Baron Zemo over to Skirmisher from Raider. It just ensures that he's, like I said earlier, that he can land that ability block and slow and clear the positive effects, like defense up on the Silver Surfers in the beginning. The more focused, the better. His isn't the greatest, but he's got a good kit, so he is still very usable. Using Raider on him, I only use Raider on him for war, and I have to go in and manually change that every time, which is kind of frustrating, but that's just the way it is right now with Scopely. So, another note, when the 5th enemy dies on this first wave, Wave 2 will drop. I've seen some inconsistency here over the course of my experience. Sometimes the second wave won't drop until... Sometimes it will drop at 4 enemies, but I just... Over the course of my logs, I've seen more when the 5th enemy dies. So, that's kind of... That's kind of minutia, I get that, but just obviously the be advised thing as well. If these Silver Surfers are allowed to ult, if you can't control them well enough, be very careful because you may need to force quit these nodes if certain characters just get taken out. Like if your Shang-Chi isn't that big and he just gets wiped, you're going to have a much more difficult time on this node. So that's probably, in 2.3 especially, I would say it's probably a quitting point if the first Silver Surfer ults and not only kills your Baron Zemo, as he most likely is guaranteed to, but if he kills your Shang-Chi or your Kestrel or Captain Sam or whomever, if he kills another character in addition to that, you probably need to hard force stop this node and reset because you're going to be in a really bad way for the rest of the node. It will creep up on you too. Like when the second Silver Surfer drops and he gets to ult because you can't control him well enough, he'll probably kill another 2 people on your team. So, if not everybody. But yeah, it would it would be something that I think you should watch out for. So, the kill order, quite simply, is Falcon, incidentally. Silver Surfer, man, you got to take that first one out as fast as possible. A lot of the times, Negasonic will fall as well, just as collateral in that. So, continue to attack targets with defense down. Then Negasonic will follow, and then, generally speaking, the Yellow Jacket on the right, because he has defense down, will get taken out. And that will leave you with Wave 2 at that point. So, generally, I don't know. It's really kind of hit and miss. I went ahead and presumed that Blob doesn't die before, like, worst case scenario, if when the 4th enemy dies, Wave 2 drops, this is what it's going to look like. If you kill Blob, obviously you just move on to the next target, which is the next Silver Surfer. And Magneto is going to be kill 3 on that wave. You'll want to control him, like I said. And Polaris will generally just die incidentally, along with Wasp and Yellow Jacket and the Shield Security. So they usually just die incidentally of you attacking that Silver Surfer. So, but anyways, that's a lot longer than I planned for this to be. I'm probably going to cut this up some, and I'll export it as a highlight to Twitch and YouTube. If you guys still haven't checked out my Discord, feel free to jump over there. I've got all my infographics stored in there in the hashtag Zealotzone. So love to see you drop by. Love to chat with you, and I always appreciate feedback and what you guys want to see next, and what you think would be helpful. And so for now, I'm gonna go ahead and close out the infographic stuff, and we're gonna roll over to the skill boss, which is still available. And we're going to swap out Baron Zemo here. I do believe that Maria Hill is the right choice. Confession. I cleaned up the 2nd node on this skill lane, so I don't know that I'm going into this with the best abilities available. Like, I don't have Kestrel Special. I kind of hate that. I'm going to just be conservative here and use my passive. Basically, everybody blocked that. She's not going to retaliate, so it's okay. Let's go ahead and slow everybody down a little bit. So this is really not good. They're going to... Okay. That's okay. So I'm going to go ahead and just use this onto Hawkeye. She is still going to miss him, so I just needed somebody else to take the hit whenever he gets popped, which is about to be right now, so... he's gonna do that, and then she's gonna, knock him again. Maria Hill's disrupted. I would like to shut down Ghost too before she can ult. She's kind of annoying. So I'm just gonna go ahead and finish off Doom here as best as possible. Kestrel is still blinded, and I really need Maria Hill's ultimate here. This will help me kind of speed up things up a little bit, so that's nice. I'm going to try and get this onto her, and I did, which is nice. She'll now be the lowest target that Kestrel will ping. Sorry, I'm not really calling out names so much as man, Maria Hill, please fix this. Thank you. Wonderful. That went swimmingly. Okay. Ooh, I like that we got a slow into him. I really don't like them. They're so annoying. Like, if you've dealt with these Polarises before, you know what I'm talking about here. He's going to just get popped. Oh, man. Okay, so we don't have defense down on Thanos here, which is kind of making poor use of Kestrel's passive. I debated saving that for the tech nodes, but obviously you can see what I did. So I would really like to knock down Maw too before he gets a turn, but that doesn't look like it's going to happen. So what I will do though is clear that. And I thought she might chain to him. Yeah, just really don't want him to have that, so... if I attack Taskmaster there, he's probably going to retaliate and take all that stuff from her, which I just didn't need. So. This is how this node usually is supposed to go. So Ma will ult here if I can't kill Ghost for some reason, which will probably heal her back up to full. Oh my goodness. Well, so yeah, I need to just burn Kestrel's special there, I think, because this is going to be tight for time, I think. And it doesn't clear blind on Captain Sam. Well, that is aggravating, but you live and you learn. Okay. So, I wouldn't even say this has been the cleanest run for me, but it does look like I'm going to get through it okay. I'm so tired of him. I want Ma to die. He's really driving me nuts. And of course I can just burn Shang-Chi's ultimate here. And I really will have an opportunity to run on this team. He stuns Maria Hill. Come on. This game, I'm getting gamed. And there you have it. So with 21 seconds left, still talking and coaching through it. Not that difficult to manually do this boss node. So finally, I have a good recording how to do this. The infographic for this will be coming soon, so just you all wait. I think I'm going to go ahead and proceed to the tech nodes. I was just trying to recall what I have available for Kestrel here for this first node. So this is the team that I use. Doom, Kestrel, T'Challa, Lady Deathstrike, and Shuri for the first node. I generally always find myself burning Doom's burning Doom's ultimate on this first node. So but yeah, time is really not like the biggest concern here, so I'm going ahead and responding to somebody real quick. Okay, so you know, it's not amazing so far. If he ability blocks Doom, it complicates this node, admittedly. T'Challa can actually clear this, which he doesn't, so that's aggravating. He's going to have an ability block for 2 turns. I generally go ahead and spin this onto them. You can do it onto Scarlet Witch as well. There's really no problem with either, so man, the answer to this, I think you just use his special here. I think you just get rid of these guys before you just get smashed. So I'm gonna go ahead and copy, obviously. I mean, holy cow, he just gained like every positive effect in the game, so can't hate that. I would really like to get him out of here. But it doesn't seem like that's going to be the case. Everybody dodges but Shuri, so all is lost. This has to go onto him, unfortunately. I would rather do it onto Cloak, realistically, but it's just not going to be possible. So, I really need to shut this down. I really hate them. So he is going to get his ultimate off, and everybody's going to survive, which is a good thing. You need to burn down Cloak here. It's quite unpleasant when he does his thing. So The answer is yes, you do use Doom's special here. I have mistakenly not done so at times, and obviously learned my lesson. So don't be shy about doing that. So I'm gonna pause for right here and just kind of assess where I'm at. My Shuri will have her ultimate available turn 1 on the next node, but not her special. I don't believe. I believe T'Challa will have both his special and his ultimate available for the next node here. Kestrel should have, I think, everything available based on what she used in this fight. Obviously, Doom's turn meter is the one that we're going to want to watch for the second node. And Lady Deathstrike is kind of in cooldown purgatory right now. So I'll show you the little adjustment that I make, since I don't really feel like my team is big enough to just handle this easily on the daily. I do go ahead and I change out Shuri for Dr. Octopus. So Shuri will be available, and Doom may not have his ult for the boss node. It's just very difficult to have to do both tech nodes as well as the boss if you're responsible for that. It's a shame. It really is. So we landed it. Amazing. So through using his special, I was able to blind and put defense down onto him. Nobody has died, thankfully, yet, and everything seems to be going pretty well so far. T'Challa's gone. That's unfortunate. That really is sad. But most of the damage still should be here, I think. Pretty sad that Doctor Strange was able to flip all of that, but that's just kind of the way it goes sometimes. I just don't have everything I would want to ready for this next node. So Lady Deathstrike is going to help out there with her special, no doubt. So a little bit of strange thing here. I'm gonna go ahead and clear. It didn't clear anything on him. I'm in danger. Uh-oh. Oh my goodness gracious. Nick Fury just applied an assist to Gamora and she just dropped me. So my Kestrel is now finished. I'm really doubting that I'm going to be able to do much else this node. So this will likely be a node that somebody is going to have to clean up, because this is just not going well. So, but you know, I got to be honest, that's what happens in this node, man. Like, it really and truly is. That's what happens this node. So you got to just deal with it. And if you can't, get out. He's not going to heal again. He's going to take some more damage and heal up. That's always great. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that's it. So I didn't complete the second node here. I didn't have the right cooldowns and such, so I'm still experimenting with these nodes and trying to find the best, most reliable way to do it. But I'm quickly coming to grips with the fact that the reality is there's just a lot of RNG on these nodes that you can't account for. Characters do immense amount of damage, and it generally requires healing up. It generally does. So I've been told Ultron can be useful on this node, but I struggle to see how under 3 red, which most people probably won't have. So I think his bots just get turned into mincemeat. So anyways, yeah, there's kind of some of my rating for a little bit as well tagged onto this infographic stream for you guys, but I'm actually probably going to jump off of here and continue to collaborate with Babyface towards working on another different infographic that he would like for people to be able to see about. So look forward to that in the future. And as always, if you guys haven't checked out my YouTube channel or my Discord, those are two big hubs for me that I use pretty frequently to put content up. So make sure and subscribe to those. And this video will obviously be able to be found on both YouTube and Twitch, but the infographics themselves will be located in the Discord. So along with all the other infographics that people put out that I find useful, please don't take offense if yours isn't up there. Yeah, thank you guys for tuning in, and until next time,